Hi everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome to another Minecraft video on the Frilioth server. Right, you may or may not have noticed on the channel, but I posted a video the other day of an upgrade to the One Chunk Farm Iron Golem module, where it now incorporates 30 villagers stacked on top of each other. And I had a really good response from everybody. Thank you. I really appreciate people that have watched that and commented. I've had a couple of comments though suggesting that I try to build it in survival, which is not something I thought about doing. But I think it's a fantastic idea. So over the next couple of episodes, not today, won't be in this episode, but over the next few episodes, I think I'll find an area somewhere, I don't know, over there, and I'll build it and see how easy it is to build in survival, because it's easy enough flying about and placing blocks when you're in creative, but it's a whole different ball game when you're trying to do it in survival. So that's a really good idea. Thank you for that. I'll be doing that later on. What I want to do today is upgrade a few of my farms. Now, I think I mentioned to you a few episodes ago a couple of my villager farms on here, and that tiny little sugarcane farm, which is hardly worth being there, to be honest. That's one of the first. Was it the first one? It was the first farm I built back in the day when I first started on the Frilioth server. The furnace array there was the first thing I built when I first dug down into the side of the mountain. This was, I think, was the second thing I built. Certainly one of the very first. Anyway, it served a purpose. It's not very efficient. It doesn't work properly now, so I need to upgrade it. It works using a daylight sensor, so it only fires once a day. So now, I mean, that sugarcane's just sat there doing nothing. So I really need to upgrade it. Now we've got observers. Didn't have observers back in the day. Now I've got observers. I can upgrade this with observers and pistons and make it much more efficient. So I think I'll do that today. What I also want to do, look at that, he loves them fish. What I also want to do is upgrade these farms too. I've got a farm there that was carrots. I have a farm here that's potatoes, and I have a farm here that is beetroot. And I built them back when I didn't really understand how farmer villages worked. Now I do, and now I understand why these are broken. These don't work unless I stand here throwing him carrots or potatoes. He won't replant. It's just one of those things I didn't know at the time. I know now. So what I want to do is get him out, get him out of there into a minecart somewhere safe, and I want to redo these farms, and I want to do them in the sort of like little nano farms. I did a tutorial a while ago. I think it was my Mark III version of a one wide nano farm. So it's one piece of tilled dirt, and the villager stands on top of it and just plants and dispenses fire, and the crops grow. But because it's dark, the crop pops out and goes into some hoppers and chests and whatever, and he just keeps replanting. It's a fantastic system. It'll work brilliantly here. I can get two side by side. I can get my carrot one there, and I can get my potato one here. And then over here, where that fella used to be before I let him out, look at him. He was in here, just stood there doing nothing. Well, I've ripped that out now, and I'm going to be putting some librarians in there. I'm going to get a couple of decent librarians with, you know, the best mending trade and the best silk touch trade, and, you know, just unbreaking, just ones that you'll always need. Really good ones, but I have to be careful because I've got that in there, which is the feeding, the water bottle feeding system that runs around at the top in my potion room, so I have to be careful. But there should be enough room in there. All I've got to do is lob a couple of villagers down there. And then as soon as I've got some decent librarians in there, I'll knock the villager breeder down, and that'll be that. So I can come over here. I can, you know, trade with the villagers, with the carrots and potatoes. I'm also going to be using the farmers that have got a decent carrot and potato trade. So not only will they be planting and making me carrots and potatoes, but they'll also have the best trades for carrots and potatoes as well. So I can trade with them and then use the emeralds to whiz over here and buy books and whatever from the librarian. So it's like it's a full-on little trading, self-sustainable area. I think it's going to work pretty good. So without further ado, and I've got all my goodies, or I've got enough goodies in there to make one farm. Without further ado, I need to try and get that guy in a minecart. Shall I bother just getting him in a minecart? Shall I just let him run about for a bit? I may as well just let him run about for a bit. So if I let him out, hey fella, you're free! You're free! Freeze, I tells you! Free! Run, go! Like the wind! Okay, what I need to do is rip all of this out, find a home for all of this food. It's probably going to go in a few shulkers if I can find a few shulkers. Take out all the... Oh, I've taken the wiring out, yeah. I'm going to say I've got to take the wiring out before they start spitting out water. But they won't do now because I've taken the wiring out. The wiring was up there. Anyway, I've talked far too much again. I'm going to get rid of all of this. I don't need the glass. Right, so I've dug out a bit of wriggle room and lit it up. Although I am going to have to mess about with the torches because this and that and these and that and the lights under there and everything else. Lighting is critical for these farms, so I'm just going to have to play about with the lighting a little bit. But if I start by start by lobbing down some stuff. Now this is not going to be a full-on tutorial. If you want a full-on tutorial, you're just going to have to go and watch a full-on tutorial, aren't you, really? But I'll do a little bit on camera, I think. A bit of dust. Why have I got that in my inventory? That and that. I better not let Avo see me breaking dirt with a pick. He'll go mental. It's not as if I don't have a shovel either. I've got a shovel, I just don't use it. I'm just not using it. Right, so that and that and that. And I need a repeater there. Bit of dust. Can I put dust going in there? Does that work? Yeah, might work. Oh, I can hear something. I keep panicking a little bit because I can hear something and I keep forgetting that I've got a villager just there, up there, just above that dirt there. Still makes me all nervous. Right, we need that there and we need that there, which is pretty cool. Oh, parkour. Oh. Oh man, maybe I should take haste off my beacon. I'm lethal with it. Absolutely lethal. I need some dirt, don't I? Oh, I've got plenty of dirt. Right, I need some dirt. Right, now I'm going to stick in some water. So, and I want to make sure I don't dig through it. So if I put some lapis around it like that, then I know if I'm ever digging underneath and I come across a bit of lapis, I know not to dig through it. Otherwise I'm going to be drowning in water. I think we'll do the front out of oak as well. Yeah. Maybe I'll change that later, but for the time being we'll use a bit of oak. Seems to fit in with everything else, doesn't it? Okay, that, and I've done that so I can still access the chest. And by using stairs there, It means I can still access my chest, I can still see the indicator lamps underneath, and I can walk across without falling down a hole. Nobody likes falling down a hole. That light down the bottom might cause me a problem, maybe. I'll worry about that later. Brilliant. That's that bit done. Right, I need to dig down a couple of blocks, I think. But that one needs to come out. This is where I don't need haste. Haste is not my friend when I'm messing about with blocks and redstone. Right, so I need a repeater on 4, that there. A repeater on 2. And then block. Dust. Footprints. Footsteps everywhere. Hello, mate. You come to have a look what I'm doing? Brilliant. Right, now I need some more wood. I was just about to say something stupid then, like I don't think I've got enough wood knocking about. Let's replant those. I'm going to forget those emeralds are in there, but I don't need them. They're just going to be banging my way. Right, now I've got some wood. Much better. So we want that block there. That block there. I can't remember whether or not I see those. I don't know whether I can see those or not. Not sure. That like that. That. Now I need to stick in the... how much room have I got? I've got no room. Is it really going to upset anything if I let the guy loose upstairs? It probably isn't, is it? Really? No, the breeder's not on, so I don't have to worry about the breeder. Hello, mate. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Right, so now I need to pull a signal out of this dispenser. So we need to put one of those there. I need to put one of those there. Block there, block the torch on the side of there, and a torch on the... I need to get rid of this. And then a torch on the side of there. Basically, that when those dispensers are now full, when they've got bone meal in them, these torches are going to turn off. When they're empty, these torches are going to turn on, and it's going to stop the system from firing, which is... It's a basic, mechanism that stops it from going mental when there's no bone meal in the system, really. And then all the lights are going to light up and the farmer's going to stop farming. So that's what that's for. Right, so now I'm going to eat a bit of chicken. Nom, 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 nom. Now I need to stick the redstone in above these torches. It's going to turn on the lamps that indicates that we're out of bone meal. So I want to put that there, 3, 4. I don't think I'm going to be able to see that. I made all that fuss about getting wood, and I don't think I'm going to need it. We'll get rid of that and we'll put that in there. Yeah, don't think I'm going to need it. So I want that there, that there. Block up there, and then I need a redstone lamp on the front of it. Like that. And then dust, lamp goes on. Fabulous. System works. Dust, dust, dust. Lamp is on. i.e. we are out of bone meal. Look, can you see what it is yet? Right. I'd love to be able to say we're nearly there, but we're not nearly there yet, not by a long way. Right, now we need to put some... a block there. I believe you can see that from the front, so we'll have that as a we'll have that as a wood block. We want to put that there like that. We want to put get rid of that. Get rid of them as well. I'm hoping I've taken out all of the redstone. If that fires, I'm going to get covered in water, which is going to be quite funny. Right, I need some hoppers. Hopper there. Hopper there. Have I got no more chests? Two of those. These are going to be chests where all your bone meal's kept. Like that. And then I need a redstone torch there. And I need a visible block. That's the front, isn't it? That's the front. That's a visible block there. And then I need a lever on the front of that. This is my start-stop lever. So if I ever want to turn the farm off, I flick that lever, that light goes on, which means that this block here has a light level of above 7 or 8 or above, and that way the crop won't pop out and it'll stop, the farmer's going to stop farming. But it's critical that that block, when that light's turned off, that this block here has got a light level of less than, has got a light level of 7 or below, otherwise the farm won't work. Right, so we can't be far away now. I think that's just about it. Let me just have a quick scoot round. You're going in there, mate. You going in there anyway. Or do you want to go in there? Maybe you want to go in there. I don't care. Either one of you. Let's mess about with the front now. Cover that up. I was going to say, do I want a different colour? I probably do, but I don't have any spruce wood. I'll mess about with the decoration later. Up there. Shall we have a bit? We'll have a bit of wood along the top as well. Up the stairs. Now you may or may not know, and I don't know whether it's the same now. It certainly was not that long ago. But in bucket servers, or on bucket servers, if you put a stair above a chest with the big bit at the bottom, you know, the right way up, it works now. It didn't work on a bucket server before. You couldn't access the chest. Now you clearly can, so it's either sorted out, so it's no longer a problem. He said, putting his teeth back in, get that like that, and then we just need to cover the top. Well, I can't put that there, can you? Frills, you imbecile. Yeah. What are you looking at, fella? Come round here. Can't be that desperate to do some farming, can you? So that is that. That is that. The chest isn't full yet. We'll mess about with the chest later. I think we need to make sure now the light level in here is at 7 or below. It won't be at the moment because we've got lamps lit up outside. We've got these lamps here. So if I just pop those out for a second. Where am I? What's the light level in here now? Oh, can't get in. Light level 7. That's just what I need. Exactly what I need. So now I need to find a hoe, but I ain't got a hoe. Let's just make a little wooden one. Little wooden hoe. Do 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 do. So now we need to get a farmer in there. It's going to be fun. And I need to get some glass for the front. Let's go and grab some glass now. And then hopefully if I can push him in. Alright, so now we need to try and push a farmer into there. I'm just going to, until I get a better one, we're going to use one of these. Come on then, mate. Let's see. See if I can do this. Why can't I use a lasso? That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Lassoing you. You should detect the farmland and want to start planting when you get close. There's no other distractions. There's no villagers knocking about. So you don't have to worry about that. Don't. Yeah, go. Yeah, shoot a man. Brilliant. Now, you might see him in a second. He'll start planting and it'll start popping out. But it won't work properly until we've got boatloads of bone meal in there. So I suppose that's the next job, isn't it? Let's go and get some bone meal. Ah. So I didn't turn off that. I was convinced I'd turned that off. Clearly didn't. Clearly broke all my redstone. Unbelievable. My famous last words. I hope I've turned off that. Yeah, well done. Well done, Frills. Idiot. Yeah, all you like. I'm struggling again with without having proper gear and everything. Proper throw me out, that has. Right, that's into there. That's up there. Okay. Bone meal, where was I? Bone meal, I was rudely interrupted. Now these farms use loads of bone meal, so you definitely need some kind of skelly grinder. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting your time with these. There you go. He's off and running. Now, I can't remember whether he was a carrot guy or a potato guy. If he's a... Right, obviously he's a carrot guy because he's planting carrots. I was getting all concerned then for no reason. But you can start these little nano farms with only one carrot. If I'd have just thrown him one carrot, he'll plant it, and it'll pop out and he'll pick everything up. But eventually, his inventory is going to get full, and then anything he drops on the floor is going to go straight through into the chest. So initially, you'll have to just be a little bit patient. But once it gets going, if I get rid of this chest now, this block, yeah, he's just filling up his inventory for the time being. So that'll, that could take 5 minutes, that could take 20 minutes. It just depends how quick he's going to do it. Let me just put some indicator lamps back up the top again. And that's the farm done. Alright, it's not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it's functional. So I'm going to build another one on this side, just here, that's for that guy there, the potato guy. And I'll maybe decorate this up a little bit. I'll put a bit of a design in there with some different coloured wood. And then when I've got this one in, we'll have a quick look at them, hopefully working. Well, I was hoping to be able to do some work on my sugarcane farm over there, but I've overrun, and it's 30 minutes has come and gone in the blink of an eye. So I think we're going to have to call it a day for today, everybody. So thank you very much for watching. It's been brilliant having you along as usual. If you have enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Frilioth, buy my new Nano farms, and I'm out of here.